Recording.
Oh, thank you. So I'll just say my name is Khadijah Liu. I'm the chairperson for Public Safety and Transportation, and I'm calling this meeting to order. I would like to start to do introductions. So next person was Miss Adele.
Adele Bennett, committee member.
And then you, Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben Crocker. First time at any kind of community board meeting, so looking forward to seeing how it all goes.
Okay, thank you. So what I want to do is kind of do my chairman's report. In this report, what I'm currently working on right now is first to flush out some of the members who are not active. Right now, it has a total of over 45 people who are on, I'm saying 45 members who are on the list. And I'm trying to flush out by sending out emails to everyone to confirm whether they're still interested in being a part of the committee or not. And if they are not, then we will then remove them so that we are able to hit quorum and identify what the actual quorum number would be for our committee. On the next thing, one of the things I think some of you guys did receive is I did send out the email in regards to both the Priscilla Law letter for support to the other community boards. Did everyone see that? I hope everyone see that. I'm still waiting for everyone to kind of give me back feedback in regards to whether they agree with the document, and if they don't, what amendments they feel like I need to make adjustments to. Also, we also then wrote up another statement not in support of the Atlantic mixed use plan in regards to building out a more taking away the 2 lanes out of Atlantic Avenue to then make it more of a pedestrian walk and make 1 lane on each side of cyclists, more for the bicycle. So we have that letter. I also sent that out. Also, in this meeting, we will, next week, they will have their first, what is it called? Their Interborough Express meeting in regards to the design of what the preliminary designs of the project will be. Their first meeting is going to take place April 3rd between the hours of 6 to 8 p.m. at South Shore High School. Everyone, this is something that is important because it does affect our district. When we talk about the Interborough Exchange, we are talking about the fact that they're about to build a rail that will be the connection from Brooklyn to Queens that will take no more than 40 minutes. And this is a space where we will actually see what the designs look like and the actual areas of the actual locations of where these places will be developing. The next meeting that they will have is also, if you can't make the April 3rd one from 6 to 8 at South Shore, their next one is on April 22nd at Maimonides Medical Center between the hours of 6 to 8. I will be attending both of them just to make sure that I'm listening to the voices for everyone for our community board, and to then also when it's time to have that meeting with the IBX team, to voice our concerns and what are some of our interests and what actually can be beneficial for our community with this development taking place. The next thing I do have is that I did submit a budget for us in regards to 2 events. The first one that I did submit a budget for is for National Night Out in regards to that's taking place. I believe is in August. That's taking place, and I would love for our community board to be a representative and actually have a space in this venue at this event. And then also we're thinking of trying to do something where it's public safety and transportation event of a scavenger event, and looking for and including family members about the importance of safety and transportation. And that is my chairman's report. Any questions pertaining to this? I will provide the email, I will provide the link so that you can register for it. Any questions?
This Hazel Martin, it's not a question,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
there's already been a lot of input into the IBX matter
Mhm.
in the assembly member's office, from Chandler Waterman's office, and I believe also on the council member Farrah Lewis's level. There've been a lot of meetings and there've been many of these sessions before. I'm hoping they're going to have some feedback now on the environmental aspect of impact it's going to have on the community as well.
But from what I was told, it's to show you us the designs, and actually, I'm assuming that they took into consideration the environmental impact, and this is what it will look like in regards as they are moving forward with this project. So I think this is a time where I don't know if you guys did see the actual design, but this is the actual finalized design that they're trying to do. And now they're doing their road show in regards to, hey, this is what it looks like so that everyone is aware. And I think in more details, it's going to then provide the actual locations of where this is and the actual potential of when the start of this project will take place. So I added in the link a way for you to RSVP and pick which one. And they do have two other dates, but those two other dates are located in Queens.
Ms. Khadijah,
Yes.
Detective Skinner said he'll be a little late.
Okay. So
No, I'm on. I was able
He's
to log on. I'm on the meeting,
okay.
but
Oh, okay.
I'm here with Detective
So
Pierre as well.
okay, so I will then now pass it off to you, Detective Skinner. Thank you for attending.
Hey, good night, everyone. Detective Skinner, Detective Pierre from Community Affairs, representing the 6-7 precinct. Hope everyone has a good night. On right now, we're gonna bring you guys up to speed so far where we're at. I know some of the stuff is from last year, some of the stuff, from this year. Just to let you know, one of the main things. I'm just gonna jump right into it. The smoke shops, for example. I know that was a big issue last year. We were able to shut down 21 smoke shops last year. We're still continuing to work with the sheriff's office because we have a unit for that. To pretty much go and do checks on these illegal smoke shops and shut them down as necessary where it may be. Last year, I know the abandoned vehicles was an issue. We towed 302 cars last year. Year to date, as far as month wise, the NCOs did a tow operation 2 weeks ago and they towed 32 cars. When I actually did the check, it's actually more than that with the help of the sanitation liaison unit. So for the month of March so far, they did over 180 cars. And these are a lot of these complaints that from 301, from abandoned vehicles. I highly encourage you guys to still continue to call 301 because that way us and the sanitation unit will be able to get a hold of that, and they try to go after like the oldest ones as much as possible. Just giving you a heads up of the amount of guns recovered last year. Last year we recovered 141 guns for the year. With the arrest made, just give me 1 second. With those guns, the arrest. I'm sorry, I'm looking at one of our little cell phone packets that we have here. I'm sorry. With the arrest made was 96 arrests with those. So that's pretty much 96 arrests with pretty much 141 guns recovered of last year. Year to date now, so far we have 35 guns that we have taken off the street. There's a few crime trends that we see. Thank God, we're downing shootings right now. Unfortunately, we took a shooting yesterday at East 93rd and Rutland Road. Apparently, we got a shots fired called over there. When the officers went to the scene, witnesses said that they saw a group of people running from that direction, and apparently there was a few shell casings recovered. And unfortunately, it was a young man. He had walked into Brookdale Hospital, and he had gotten 1 gunshot to his arm. Thank God, he's stable condition, and he's not likely or anything like that. That's still being investigated to find out and figure out why or what led up to the event. And as far as robberies, we're actually down year to date, 14 versus last year, which is 14 versus this year. As far as burglaries, we're down in burglaries as well. Package thefts so far, we've been pretty much, I would say, on a steady pace from last year to this year. It's something that, unfortunately, when you guys get packages and they leave it, the delivery men leave it there. Unfortunately, if you live in a building or if you have, somebody's walking by your front porch, unfortunately, we have these porch fires there, so to speak. But I still encourage you guys to make reports on them because, you know, so far, like we have, the detectives been getting good footage from some of these buildings and stuff like that that actually go and prosecute. Last but not least, NCOs. We still have our NCO sectors. They're doing build a block, so my partner and I will release that information when they start to do the build a blocks. Today, Sector David had one at 5 o'clock at the library on Utica. Why am I drawing a blank? One, yeah, it was rugby, 1,000 Utica rugby, the rugby branch. They had to build a block there from 5 o'clock, but it was a little mixed up in disseminating it. But once we once we start back kicking off the build a block, my partner and I will disseminate them to the community. That way, you guys can come out to the build a block meetings and actually speak to the NCOs, because the NCOs are like pretty much the officers that will be either doing the tows, or let's say, for example, you say, hey, is these guys constantly drinking in my lobby every night, and they're there from like 6 to 2, or they're from like 5 to 3, or whatever the case is. They'll actually go out and try to see if they can, correct that situation on the times that you guys say that some of these issues are taking place.
There's actually, I'm sorry, Detective Pierre. Good evening, everyone. There's actually the build a block meeting for Sector Boy is actually going to be tomorrow afternoon at 6 p.m. at Bradford Gardens Community Center at 1404 Brooklyn Ave. So if anyone on the call is from Sector Boy, that'd be an excellent opportunity to actually meet one of your NCO officers and whatever concerns you might have, or just to have their contact information as well. It will be very beneficial. So it's going to be again tomorrow, the Thursday 27th at 6 p.m. at Baptist Gardens Community Center, 1404 Brooklyn Avenue.
Our NCOs that we have right now, we have NCO Charlie, which that would be, if you guys go on our website, the 67 Precincts, the what do you call it account, the Facebook, you would have NCO Charlie, which is Officer Rosado. We have NCO Adam and Boy, which is Officer Wang. We have NCO Eddie, which is Officer O'Brien. And we have NCO David, which is Officer Mestizo.
Another great opportunity as well to meet NCO officers is the community council meetings, which is every third Thursday of the month at the precinct at 7:30. Normally, typically they introduce themselves at the meetings, and also the commanding officer of the precinct is also at the meetings as well. So that's a good opportunity to meet and see the person who's actually running the whole command. And again, if there's any issues or concerns, that's an excellent time to meet her.
And that's it for our report, folks. Any questions? Feel free.
Okay, thank you for that report. It was well informative. I know that not this month, but last month we did had a few homicides. Do you have any updates in regards to what's the results of that?
So with that being said, the detectives, where they're at in the casework, they're still investigating it. I can't give too much because it's still being under investigation, but we have good leads. That's the only thing I can say right now on that. But it's still being investigated.
Okay,
Yeah, we
thank
know
you. One of
the dollar van, the one on Utica, there's some really good work's being done on that one. We spoke to the lead detective because we also in communication with the family members as well, and we know for a fact that there's some good leads, and hopefully something positive could come from that soon in regards to identifying and making an arrest on the individual. So.
Okay, thank you. One of the questions we do have is vehicles operating without plates are still in our community. How are you guys addressing that?
What was that last one? I'm sorry. You said vehicle that.
Vehicles operating without plates are still in our community.
Oh, I mean, vehicles that operate on plates. I mean, we're pulling them over and taking them off. Just literally 2 days ago, when I was walking into work before I even clocked in. They had the public safety team had a young man who was driving a car with no plates, and they brought him into custody. And earlier today, they like literally before we even came out to this meeting, they had a young man with fake plates. But no, we're still addressing that. That's without a doubt. That.
Okay. Also, we're still getting complaints in regards to mobile home trailers, and that they're still active in our community.
Is there a specific location in regards to that? Is that the one
I
on Ditmas?
believe. Is it Ditmas? Let me pull up my info.
Over by Nazareth?
I will double check. Give me
Yes.
two. Yes, that's
So
one.
it's two things with that, right? One, I know there was a gentleman living there for a while, and we offered him services, and he refused services. So the problem is once somebody's living in there by law, we can't tow it, because they have to accept the services. There was another mobile van that we had that somebody was living in a mobile home, in Sector Adam, which was 2 weeks ago when the NCO did a tow op. The gentleman actually accepted services, and sanitation was able to come and tow the vehicle as well. So that's the issue that we're having with some of these mobile vans. But if it's empty for sure, we know it's unoccupied, we can definitely tow it.
Okay. I do have a question. Is there an initiative that you guys have that's called the Give Initiative / Operation Snug?
No, what does that entail? I never heard of that.
So, for what I was told, that there was this initiative, and it's an operation in regards to reducing crime in the Bronx, and that they were supposed to be implementing this new policy initiative into all of the 5 boroughs. But that's why I'm asking: is this actually something that's
I
actually
mean,
taking place,
they probably call it a
or it's
different
just
name, but in
okay?
Brooklyn we have something called crime reduction, so it's probably a different name, but they
Okay.
probably call.
Yeah, and they have certain times, like certain initiatives are rolled out in certain precincts first as pilot programs. So
Mm-hmm.
it might not have trickled down to all precincts or to all precincts, but we're not really aware of that. Just to tag back on the question you asked before about the plates. I mean, the officers, we have a unit specifically assigned for writing moving summonses, and for the year we have a total of 2,884 moving violations written. So the
Okay.
officers are out there, addressing conditions, whatever it is. However, in regards to whether it's a plate or seat belts or cell phones. So, we are working, we are trying to make sure that the community remains safe.
Okay. Any other questions from our members or from anyone in this meeting?
This is
Please feel
Hazel
free to unmute.
Martinez. Oh, this is Hazel Martinez. I have two things. One, I was asked to bring this issue to the meeting because the residents complained about the Evangelical Crusade Christian Church on East 31st and Farragut Place, because when they have functions or they have anything, no one can get their cars out of the street. It is totally blocked up, and they feel that nothing is ever done about it. And if they need emergency services, they can't get out. And that
Yes,
happened this Saturday as well.
I actually was over at that church this Saturday.
Yeah.
Apparently there was a funeral procession over there, and when I actually came, it was the block was really ridiculous. So I told them, I said, you guys have to move these vehicles. That's something that usually Pastor Nicholas is pretty good with us, is working with us, and we usually tell them like, hey, listen, you got to have your patrons. I understand it's certain occasions, but you got to have your patrons not block people's driveways. So that's something that we've been working on.
They like block up the whole street so you can't even go through the street. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
I was there. I was there this
Yeah.
Saturday. I saw.
Yeah.
I had them. I had to move the vehicles when I had arrived on scene. Yeah, it was a funeral procession.
And the other thing is, I see that in Canarsie, they have a new initiative to have a place for tractor trailers to park. And I would like to know Is that going to include over here, where on Kings Highway, let's say, between Beverly and Tilden, we have a permanent tractor trailer parking lot that, I mean, you can't even see anything there, and it's very dangerous and dark. And they're there not overnight. I'm talking about for weeks on end. One has been there for like 2 months now with no cab.
No, we didn't receive anything about initiative for us. As far as for the 6-7, as far as that aspect.
You said Kings Highway between Beverly and what, Miss Martinez?
And Tilden.
Correct, for the past 7 years.
At a tractor trailer without a cab.
There's not a tractor trailer, it's a whole line of them down the whole street. Yeah, there's one there without a cab. The first one, it's a white one with black writing. But the whole street, that is a permanent parking area.
Okay.
Okay.
And the last very scary thing is that on Avenue D between 56 and 57, at night, there's a commercial vehicle, an Island Burger van, and other vehicles double parked all night, and nothing, they're not even summoned, ever. And that's very, at night, as a curvy road, is very unsafe.
So you said there's an Island Burger van that's parked on what street?
On Avenue D between 56 and 57. You'll find it. He even has a cone next to it.
And everything on that vehicle is expired.
What's the vehicle doing though? Like the vehicle just parked there, you're saying?
He has double parked while he goes his house. He has several vehicles, and that is one. That commercial vehicle shouldn't even be there at night, but it's double parked all night till, well into the morning.
Okay.
That's
All right.
correct. She has passenger plates on a commercial vehicle, and everything on that vehicle is expired.
Any other questions?
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Captain Kanzara from Traffic Enforcement District. So these two traffic complaints, the parking complaints, I'll send agents tomorrow to look at them.
Is this traffic on the
Thanks.
line?
Yes.
Thank you.
I just found that out. Yes. Thank you.
Because
Anything else for
that we received, a lot of it, I know for a while we were trying to get traffic to help out, but like I said, I don't know how traffic how they release their manpower as far as like initiatives. But thank you, we really appreciate that, because a lot of the residents of East Flatbush, they would like traffic to help out with issuing some summonses. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll definitely send agents there tomorrow.
Okay, so before we go into traffic, just give me 2 seconds. Traffic. Are there any other questions for NYPD?
Yes, actually, my hands have been up, George Tate.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Tate.
Yes. Okay. It's a couple of things. Number one, before I go into the positive, East 42nd Street between Farragut and Glenwood, they removed some trucks from there, but now again it's full of trucks. There's some new trucks that have been there for a couple of weeks now. As soon as they removed about 3 trucks that were there, now it's back. There's one truck right as soon as next to the Family Dollar, right there before. Actually, I reported this to the NCO. I attended the Sector D NCO meeting.
Yeah, but George, you reported it to NTO and you reported it to me also. I believe when they did the tow, I think those 3 trucks you're talking about, I think it had gotten towed, I think, if not mistaken.
No, that's what I said, Detective Skinner. I said that the trucks were towed away and it was clean. Now we have new trucks that apparently coming to replace. And I know it's an issue that you all have, that you move something and another one come. But so now I see now, especially the one that with the snap on that was parked right there closer to Farragut, that was moved. No, there's another, I forgot but it's not even from Brooklyn. It has, I think it's like an address that's been parked there for the last week or so. So yes, I appreciate that you removed that. So I'm just letting you know that some new ones came and replaced those that you guys throw away.
Okay. So I'll
So
let them know so we can look into it. So
You said you mentioned
Yep.
it to the NCOs this afternoon earlier, right?
yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the next thing I was going to say. That I was able to. I went to the NCO meeting, and fortunately, there were from 4 different sectors there that I was able to speak to. So they took the information. Unfortunately, there was only 4 attendance. For only 4 of us attending. I know it was 5 o'clock, which was a little early, but they explained why you had to be that early, and they had to be out of the library by 6 o'clock. So whoever was there, we gave them some information.
No problem, Mr. Tate. No problem, Mr. Tate. No problem. What was the second concern you had?
What
was the second concern?
No, it's not a concern. I just want, as a matter of fact, I just wanted to mention to everyone that you sent out today. You sent out the information about tomorrow's Sector A meeting at Flatbush Garden. Yes, and I would recommend as many people as possible to go there. Hopefully, they have the 4 different sectors over there too, introducing themselves and they getting information. Because even though it was a short meeting today, I think it was very fruitful in that we were the one that were there were able to meet all of them. And Chairperson Kadisha, they asked me to give you, especially the Officer Mestizo, told me make sure that to give you her number. So I have the one number from each sector.
Okay.
So I will forward that to you. I don't have
Thank
it
you.
with me right now, but I did mention your name, and they told me make sure, and hopefully they could attend some of the meetings
Yeah.
in the near future.
Yeah.
So that was it, because all the issues that I have regarding parking and so forth, I reported it to them today. So I am not going to repeat and take up time in the meeting. Okay.
So we want to say thank you for the fact that we are seeing results that we do acknowledge and appreciate, that the fact that NYPD is doing the work. They can't get everything. They can't be 100%, but the fact that they are on this meeting, taking our complaints, and then they're actually doing something is appreciated. So thank you to NYPD. Is there any other questions for them or concerns?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Next person.
So Ms. Bennett.
Ms.
This is
Bennett.
for Manager Wally. Is there any way, there really should be, that they can assign agents to the 6-7 precinct to write these summonses? Because so far it's not being done. Meters, yes, not meters. I'm talking about quality of life issues, hydrants, the cars parking where they're not supposed to be, block driveways. They're not doing it.
What was the issue with that? You said
Okay.
quality of life issues are not being addressed?
Yes.
As far as
No,
what?
they're not.
As quality as far as what?
I'm talking to Manager Wally from the traffic division.
Yes,
Oh,
Ms. Bennett,
okay.
we're not on traffic yet. We're not on traffic. We want to finish with NYPD, then we will go to traffic.
I
So
thought you were. Sorry.
no. We want to make sure that we are finished with NYPD, and then we will go to traffic in regards to the concerns that we do have. So are there any other questions for NYPD? Okay, thank you, Officer Skinner, and then Officer Pia, thank you. If you choose
Not
to
a
stay
problem,
on,
folks.
you're more than welcome. If you don't, you can sign off, but thank you.
Not a
So
problem.
I
Have a
know
good
that
night, everyone.
thank you. I
All
know
right,
that we
bye.
have traffic. Traffic, are you here? Can you please
Yes,
introduce yourself? Thank you.
yeah, I'm Captain Kanzada. I'm the XO of the Traffic Enforcement District.
Okay, do you have a report to give us in regards to the traffic in for our neighborhood?
No, I didn't know I was expected to give that report.
Okay, no
I didn't,
problem.
I didn't prepare
Um,
any.
okay, so I'm very glad that you attended. We do have a lot of concerns, so I will open it up to our community board members to start to express. So I will start with Miss Adele. You
Yes,
can go.
yes, like I said. So anyway, these agents, they used to be assigned within the 6-7 precinct, not from the precinct, but from that command on Ralph Avenue to write quality of life summonses in this district. Because so far it's being ignored due to meters up and down Church Avenue. But they're not addressing the quality of life issues.
All right, so
And that's
what's the location there? I'm gonna send agents there. And what's the quality of life issue over there?
okay, like Ms. Hazel said, on Kings Highway between Beverly and Clarendon, there are a whole lot of trucks. They've been there for years and they've been complaining about it back and forth, not being written. And it's a 3-hour storage limit, but it's not being addressed. The agents
Okay, but
drive.
Miss Bennett, Bennett, he's asking for the act. So it's where it's Kings Highway between
Beverly Road,
Beverly Road
Clarendon,
and
Road.
Clarendon.
Yes.
Okay,
No, it's Beverly
And
and Tilden.
Beverly
Beverly
and
and
Tilden.
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 For the traffic, do you have a time when they will be coming over there? If anything, maybe
No,
one of us
tomorrow
can.
when I go to work, I'm gonna shoot an email to the traffic manager responsible for that area, and then she will
Okay,
send the agent.
okay, no
Okay.
problem. Okay, continue, Miss Bennett. I just wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page.
Yeah, because I spoke to one of and they said they don't have time to do that. That summons is a 3-hour storage summons. They have to observe it for 3 hours, and apparently, even though they're paid to do it, they don't want to do it, and they get away with it. I want to know, could they address that internal issue?
I couldn't really make out what she was saying.
From what she said, from what I got from it was she said that when they do come, they say that they don't want to do the environmental component of it, the life safety issue, because they don't have time.
That's correct.
Well, whoever told you that is wrong. You could take their names and you can file a complaint.
Okay, thank you.
All right, they should be doing
Okay.
their job. But you have to understand that our unit is a citywide unit, and we have to respond all over the cities. We cannot just concentrate on one neighborhood to respond all over the city.
I understand that, but Brooklyn.
So we will attack. We'll target this area that you pointed out to us on a regular basis now.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Anybody else for traffic?
Good evening, it's Hazel Martinez. I would like some attention paid to two places. One is Clarendon Road between Kings Highway and Ralph. The alternate side, there is no, vehicles don't move for alternate side cleaning. We have a lot of U-Hauls parked there that don't move at all unless I guess someone rents them. And toward the Ralph Avenue end. And if there's there's very little, if any, enforcement of the curb sweeping, street sweeping. And that has gone on for a very long time. I mean, and we have night cleaning around Harry Mays Park on the Avenue D and on the East 57th Street side. And that is a rarity that we see enforcement there. I know sanitation is supposed to enforce as well, but I don't see it. When we see enforcement passing our community, they're usually going to East 57th Street to take a nap.
Okay. What was the location again?
Clarendon Road between Kings Highway and Ralph Avenue. And the night cleaning is on Avenue D between 56th and 57th and East 57th between Clarendon and D.
Okay. I will
Thank
we'll
you.
look at those. What are the street cleaning times?
Oh, I don't have the street cleaning on Clarendon Road is 11 to 12:30 on alternate sides. One side is Monday and Thursday, and the other one is Tuesday and Friday is on the south side, and the other side is Monday and Monday and Thursday. And on the street sweeping is I'm not sure that it's till whatever it is, 12 to 3 or something like that AM.
Okay. I mean, we'll check it out. Maybe if precinct personnel is still there, maybe they can do an outreach first. Tell the community not to violate the street cleaning rules. And after a week of outreach, we can start issuing summonses. I don't know if the precinct personnel is still there.
The problem is that people park their vehicles there and they're there for months at a time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely send agents over there to look at it.
Okay, thank
Thank
you,
you.
Ms. Hazel. Is there anyone else with concerns? Mr. George?
Yes,
Mr. George.
yes. Good evening. I think is it Mr. Casada, Officer Casada? Yeah. Yes. I don't know if you're involved with the give the summonses for the alternate side of the street, because I know I'm on East 43rd Street, and the same thing is happening on Troy Avenue. We can complain. The people don't move their car, and so when they come to clean, they're not getting tickets. So and that's why they're not moving.
So
Additionally, East
East
43rd
43rd.
Street between Farragut and Foster, Troy Avenue between Farragut and Foster, and then Farragut Road, the same thing all along Farragut Road, and the times here are from 8:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning. And case in point, yesterday, which is a dangerous situation, I would think if someone, if an officer come by, one of your officers come by, and they see a car parked at the fire hydrant, and if they came by, they did not give them a ticket because that car was parked here all day yesterday. Yeah, and I went out and I saw it. I saw it again 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The car was still there. They didn't move it until 6 o'clock and didn't have a ticket. So my concern with that is, and the same thing is happening on Farragut Road between Troy and East 43rd. They park at that hydrant all the time. With all this situation with the fires that took longer to contain because people were parked at the hydrant, I'm afraid that the same thing could happen here, especially if it's a car is parked overnight. And we do know that most fires occur at night. So I was wondering if there could be more enforcement with.
Yeah, we'll definitely do more enforcement. Also, there's a phone number that I will provide everyone here. This
Yeah.
phone number is for the Brooklyn South Traffic Enforcement. So they are open from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. These types of complaints, you can also call them and report these matters to them. So you guys, you're ready to write down the number?
Just give me 1 second. Well, yeah, I'll put it on my phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the number is 718-345-1800. The number again is 718-345-1800. So I'll take care of the issues you have told me. But going forward, you have any traffic issues, you can call them from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday to Friday.
Did you
Okay,
say
Miss.
I'm sorry. Did you say 345-1800?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very
And
much.
and their physical location is 864 Rolfe Avenue.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
They don't answer.
Miss Hazel, I know you were up. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I call that number a lot of times. Either no one responds. If you get an answer, no one responds.
Try to get a name of the person you talk to. And
She's saying that no one answers.
They don't
No,
answer, and if they do answer, they still don't.
if they do answer,
They either
get a name
change their
from the person.
shifts.
When they see the
Okay.
phone number to the community board, they run into that phone. Everybody says the same thing. You can see the number. But they run-
So, is it possible for me to get the person who oversees this district as a chairperson, and then maybe I can reach out to her or him and have that open dialogue so that.
The name of the person is Manager Longwait. She's the manager of that area. So I can definitely get you her number.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions for traffic? Okay, thank you, traffic. I appreciate it, and hopefully we'll hear from you next month, and you'll have a report for us to give us. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Do we have TIQ car service on this call? Because we have an application. TIQ car service? Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. TIQ car service. Is anyone here for an TLC application? Okay, we will move on. The next thing I would like to discuss is recently, just bear with me, I want to share my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. So recently, FDNY came out with their community risk assessment. And so I wanted to kind of show you guys what Community Board 17, we're in the process of having them come to our meeting so that we can have a better understanding of what exactly does this mean. So I'm scrolling down to Community Board 17 so that we can see what is a community risk assessment for our community. We're almost there. So this is our community. So this is the risk assessment. Can you guys see this? Do you want me to zoom in a little bit more? Is this better?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what they were saying. There's 317 people that have structural fire in our community. 13.8 are civilians of residential fires. 9.7 is structural fires reaching all hands or greater. Then in 7.2, then they actually highlight and give us a report of the homes of the residentials were affected, where the homes be built before 1988, 1938, and after 1967. It does give us the occupancy, then it kind of then explains how many fatalities have happened within the last 5 years. We've had 5, 63. It then shows the percentage of what caused it. A lot of it was electrical, some was cooking, and then just open flames. Then it talks about in our community, neighborhood, that we have over 163,916 residents. Of that, we have 59,028 in housing residents. It breaks down the ethnicity and race. It breaks down the ages, and then it also brings down the social economics. It also then explains all of the fires that we've had and how it can be reduced, and some of the fire education and where they're going through our community to actually do this. Like I said, I'm reaching out to them to have them come into our community to actually go and explain this a little bit more better, because again, fire prevention is safe because of the simple fact that during the winters we have been seeing an increase in fires because of due to space heating, electrical outlets being overworked. So I think this will be beneficial, and this report is available, and I will share this in the group chat. But there will be someone coming to explain this more into details and actually seeing what other things that we can do or they can help us do in regards to our community and getting our neighbors to also be involved. Any questions pertaining to this?
Do you think that, it's Hazel Martinez, do you think that some of these fires are of suspicious nature?
Some may be. I wouldn't put nothing past anyone. When I saw the fact that when I looked at this one and they were saying that this 60% of it is electrical, if it's electrical, I look at it more of, was it legally done? Was it, was it an actual electrician, or was this done by someone else? Or, is someone playing with it? Is it done to people because the people are, what is it called? What is it, what we're calling them? What's the word I'm looking for? When someone doesn't live there, but they're living there illegally?
Squatter.
Squatters, because, squatters then have that ability to do some rework of electrical stuff, right? So I'm looking at all of these things. And then when I saw the ones where it says open flame of just the 8%, that was a little alarming for me.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So I
squatters.
wanted to kind of get a better understanding of exactly like more details in regards to what does this look like and what can we do? And then when we're just looking at just the structures of homes and the ones that are affected the most because of these fires is concerning too.
Mm-hmm.
But do you look at the fact that the majority of them are older homes, which they're under attack at the moment?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I see.
Yeah. So that's why I'm looking at, okay, well, you're saying this, okay, so if our homes are older or built before this, what can we do? What is it, the things that we could, and seeing what exactly is it that we can do to kind of prevent this and circumvent them? Are there grants? Are there things that we can do that at no additional cost to, whether it's a homeowner or a resident, to kind of say, hey, we want to protect. We're now seeing an increase in our electricity bill now, right? What are some things that we can kind of do to kind of cut the cost? Because honestly, no one wants to pay a paycheck to Con Ed, and the summer's coming up, right? And climate change does exist. And all of these things are taking place, so which means ACs, fans are going to be more in use. And if the price is going up now in the winter where we're not using as much electricity, what do you think is going to be in the summer?
But my concern is actually in terms of the current climate of overdevelopment in our community. And
Yeah.
once your home is burnt down, then of course you can easily have your land sold off so that a developer can build whatever building they desire.
Yeah. And that is sad because I think on East 34th, the homes where the National Grid was playing with their
Yes.
cane. I know one of the people who lost their homes, and the amount of money that they're asking them to rebuild. And you have the bank saying, hey, the value of your home is not that much and we're not going to give you that.
But that's then so you can sell you will be forced to sell off your property
Yeah.
and
And
for pennies on a dollar.
yeah.
And then I mean, there's a lot of collusion going on in the neighborhood. It's real.
And it's sad. And it's me. My thing is, what can we do, like as a community, to try to circumvent this for someone else, right? We have to learn from the first one so that we can make sure that it doesn't happen to anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I have in regards to, just in general, in regards to the FDNY presentation, community risk assessment, new business. Is there any new business? Okay, this is sounding good. Old business, I really don't have any except for the emails that I sent in regards to the letter. I really didn't get a lot of feedback from anyone from the group, except for one or two. What I will do is I will probably have Nadine send it out again and put a deadline to say, hey, I want to send out these two, one in support to require anyone who's using a moped to have a license. And then also in regards to not in support for the Atlantic Avenue mixed use plan.
It wasn't clear to me that a response was required, so I'll
Okay.
respond. Yeah.
Ben?
Yeah, could I just briefly have you explain your position on the Atlantic Ave mixed use project that you mentioned?
So our overall, the community is not for it. One, the simple fact that they want to take away Atlantic Avenue, take 2 lanes out of it, which then brings more congestion, and it affects the other neighborhoods around it. Also, the fact that we don't believe bicycles should be on that lane where there's trucks drivers. That will create more fatalities. So overall, that is where the community is not in support of it.
What district of Atlantic Ave? Is this the one down like farther west by
It's
like
all
East
the way
Orange?
from the beginning of Atlantic Avenue all the way
Okay.
down to all the way going into Queens. That they want to take out both lanes on each. They want to take out 1 lane in each direction.
Mm.
And then create a bicycle lane and expand the pedestrian sidewalk for more, which means if they do the expansion of the sidewalk, then it allows them to then be able to build more buildings and then develop them even higher than what it is
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, no, I see that.
So that's why we're not in favor of it.
Okay. No, I was just curious. It's
No,
just like
no problem.
all new issue to me.
No,
So.
and if you put in your email, I can I can share you the 2 letters so you can see what we're saying in regards to it.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for attending. Anyone else? Frederick? Frederick? Your mic is unmuted.
Sorry.
Hello? Okay. I will move on. Any old business that we need to address or be concerned with? Okay, so I think there's none. So I need a motion to adjourn.
Bennett.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything. It went in and out, Miss Bennett.
Bennett.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Seconded, Hazel Martinez.
Thank you. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you for everyone who attended. Note the email will be sent to everybody soon. And enjoy the rest of your night.